Now people come and ask me, Swamiji, you're running a worldwide organization. How do you manage to do it? In the JKO umbrella, we've got at least 150 organizations. So there are so many things to do, but how do you manage to take care of it all? So I say it's a very simple formula. There's a matrix created on two factors. The first is the importance of a task, and the second is the urgency of the same task. So assume that the x-axis indicates its importance and the y-axis indicates its urgency. Now, you can make 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1 is the tasks that are important and urgent. Like if your client has got upset, a major client, it is something that needs to be addressed right away. You can't permit the matter to escalate. Or if you've got a serious health issue, then a stitch in time saves 9. You must address it immediately. So likewise, there are matters that are critical and also important. These are the quadrant 1 activities. And then are the quadrant 2 activities which are really important. But time-wise, they are not urgent. They could be postponed. These are activities like enhancing your mind management skills, learning the art of meditation, growing in your emotional quotient, upgrading your skills, or developing your social network, etc., doing exercise to stay healthy. Now, if you neglect this for a couple of days or even a week, it's not going to be a breaking factor. But long term, it will provide tremendous value. So when you spend a lot of time in quadrant 2 activities, then the urgent activities reduce. But there is now the quadrant 3. These are activities which are not important but urgent. So this is the quadrant of deception. People feel, oh my God, there's an urgency. The friend says, okay, I've sent you an email and please respond. And somebody else says, okay, can I come and meet you, etc., etc. People get deceived to spending a lot of their time in quadrant 3. Activities that could easily be postponed if you can get through the deception of their urgency. And if you can understand that they really bring very little value. And then is quadrant 4, activities that are neither urgent nor important, like looking at Netflix and surfing on your social media, chit-chatting, etc., etc. People go to this quadrant when they are bored of the high-value activities, then they take shelter in this quadrant. Now, having understood these, we can get a little algorithm on how to prioritize our works. One professor went into the classroom one day with a few bags with heavy stuff in them and an empty jar. And from one bag he took out big stones and asked the students, I am going to fill this jar with stones, but before that I want you all to guess how many will fit into it. They all made their guess. One said 20, the other said 35, 43, 51, 80. Said, let's try it out. And he filled 39 until it was chock full. He said, can it take any more? No, sir. So is it full? Absolutely, sir. Now he took out his second bag that had little pebbles and he started pouring the pebbles in. A whole lot of pebbles filled into the gaps between the big stones. He then asked the students again, is it full now? Absolutely, sir. Can it take any more? Not at all. He then took out gravel and he started pouring in the gravel. So the gravel started filling in the gaps between the pebbles. And to everybody's astonishment, a whole lot of gravel poured in. He said, what do you think about it now? How would you describe it? They said, it's now completely packed. He said, are you sure? Absolutely. He took out a pitcher of water and started pouring the water in. And so much of water went in. Then he explained, likewise is life as well. Some activities count a lot. Some count less, some count even less. Now look how all this fitted in. Because I started with the big stones and then moved to the smaller ones. And if I had reversed the process, if I had first started filling in the water and the gravel and the pebbles, a whole lot of stones would not have fitted into it. Likewise, he said, you need to identify the important things in your life. What is how important? A father came back from the office and his 4-year-old daughter said, Papa, how much do you earn every hour? Father said, why do you wish to know? Papa, tell me. The father said, don't eat my head now. Why do you wish to know? She said, please. So he started calculating and said, I earn about $250 every hour. So the girl said, Papa, in that case, can you give me $125? Papa said, is that's why you made me calculate the figures? Go to sleep. So the poor 4-year-old, she went into her bedroom with a sad face, and then the father regretted, why did I scold her? I don't even know why she was asking. So he went and handed her the $125. She took out $125 from under her pillow, combined the two and said, Papa, you said you earn $250 every hour. I've got $250. Can I buy 1 hour of your time? And that's when the father realized that, she was wanting some quality time with her Papa, but he had not prioritized it. So, you need to understand you have so many aspects in your life. What is the relative priority? In the Golden Rules book, I've got 69 rules divided in 5 aspects of life. One is related to health. The second is relationships. The third is your profession. The fourth is your spirituality. And the fifth is your finances. These are the key critical areas of your life. And if any of these is suffering, then the quality of your life gets affected. So you need to keep an eye on all of these, but to understand how important is what. Steve Jobs, like Warren Buffett, he was fond of saying that at Apple, we are as proud of what we do not do as we are of what we do. While Samsung, etc., I've got this whole line of products. Apple limited itself to few and distinguished itself by producing quality goods. Now, people come and ask me, Swamiji, you're running a worldwide organization. How do you manage to do it? So many things to do. Well, in the JKOG umbrella, we've got at least 150 organizations. So there are so many things to do, but how do you manage to take care of it all? So I say it's a very simple formula. You just keep an eye on what is going on and then decide at this time what is the most important thing. That's all I do. At every moment, I think what is the most important thing right now, and I go ahead and do it. And that's the best you can do in any case. You can't do better than that. The best you can do is identify the most important thing and do it. So just need to understand the art of prioritization.